Good morning.
That only took half an hour.
Are we here? Is the stream streaming?
Do we? Are we?
It looks like it's
part of the
going.
buzz.
Have we become one with the buzz?
Let us know. It's fixed.
Okay, cool, neat. We'll figure. Oh, that's got some weird implications that I'll have to work on later.
What?
I unplugged the power from our audio recorder to make that happen.
Well, at least we know which cable it is that's causing it.
Yeah.
It's too much power going into the audio thing.
But the thing is, if you just plug headphones into the audio, it's fine. It's the power going into the audio and then going into the camera. The camera's always the weak part, and I don't know how to fix that without, like... So, I don't know. Maybe we just burn through AA batteries to do this show from now on.
Alright. No big deal.
I just don't understand why stuff like it's the same setup from last week and nothing changed.
Literally, these people have been talking about the buzz for 20 minutes, and that is just an absolute mood.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to November.
We lost 20 of you. Rip. I'm sorry, it's our fault.
It was November 2nd, 2020. We just did Halloween, and Election Day is tomorrow. So that's a weird little pocket to be in.
Why would you say the E word?
Sorry, you're right.
I'm literally not gonna leave my room tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm planning on just doing housework all day.
We should just
We are
bail.
the Buzz.
We should just
Is that our new fan base name? Just the Buzz.
No. That sounds like a tabloid.
Yeah, it does. The Buzz.
We need to don't touch things.
Sorry, I just wanted to reframe a tiny bit.
Okay.
I like the tapestry being in the middle.
We should just go away for the next few days. Like, go to an Airbnb somewhere where they can't find us and just hide there with no TV.
Yeah.
No one can talk to us. We won't have to know. We come back and people were like, who won? And everyone's crying.
Scoot that way. Everything got all shuffled around while we were...
I thought that's what you just moved the camera for.
Yeah, but it was the wrong way. It actually threw it got the thing centered, but then threw us off.
How could you?
So yeah, welcome guys to the morning show. Sorry if today's your first episode or anything like that. It'll be a little bit short. I guess we'll just do a 30-minute episode today. Or do you want to do the full hour still?
We'll do now.
Okay, I have to edit the hobo video after this still.
We signed up for this.
Fine.
We have snacks.
Today only.
That I don't want to eat. Ugh. I think I got these right.
Oh, I wanted to let people know that all the original OK We're Up episodes from Season 1 are now up on the channel. So the channel is completely finished. It's all caught up. And you can go rewatch any of those that you want. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah. We had a video go viral.
We did. That was kind of cool. First one out of the gate, made a quick Phasmophobia video just for the fun of it. And kind of on a whim, recut it for TikTok, and it blew up. It got over 100,000 likes on TikTok and 600,000 views, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's at 60,000 on the YouTube channel currently, which is good for the YouTube channel.
Really? It's at 60,000 already?
Yeah.
That is really good.
But yeah, no, it
if you haven't played Phasmophobia, you really should. It's a game for all, and it's very fun.
It is very fun. It is probably my favorite horror game. One of my favorite multiplayer games now too. It's just it's a lot of it creates some really, really organic moments, I think, which is always nice.
All right, we have a bunch of Kit Kats today.
We do. Allison bought a bunch of weird flavored Kit Kats somewhere.
I think they're just Korean or Japanese flavored Kit Kats.
Can you tell what flavor they are?
Yeah,
oh, it says on the sheet.
Order. Okay. Oh, this is probably deep matcha.
Oh,
here, I'll let you try
deep matcha. What does that mean?
I hate matcha with a passion.
What is matcha again?
I think it's like moss. It tastes like moss. It's some kind of plant.
Is the audio loud enough, by the way? We're messing with audio levels a lot.
No one's complained. Stop giving them things to complain about.
Oh my god, it's colored. It's green.
Matcha's green. You know this. You've gotten a matcha drink before. I'll smell it. Oh god. How does that not taste like algae to you? Does it taste like algae?
It mostly just tastes like a Kit Kat. There's something weird. Maybe it's algae. What? I'm probably the wrong person to be doing this.
God. I feels like I just took a bite out of moss on the top of the lake.
It does, actually, that's what it looks and kind of tastes like, is a Kit Kat that's been sitting at the bottom of a lake or a pool for a little while.
I hate matcha. I don't understand how people do that.
Yeah, no, not really a fan of that one. The aftertaste is coming in strong now.
Awful. Alright, well, don't worry. We can get it down with lemon salt.
Okay. We should space these throughout the episode. Just as we bring up topics, throw in another Kit Kat to match.
Okay, this one's
whichever flavor feels like it matches the conversation at the time.
It's just... okay.
This works, because
that matcha one gave me
this
anxiety.
matches your response to matcha.
Lemon salt?
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like lemon salt.
That was not bad, actually. I like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What does that taste like?
Lemon always makes things taste a little bit better.
Yeah, you like lemon a lot. Alright, so do we have topics today? Yeah, you got us some topics today?
Oh boy, do we.
Do we?
No.
I'll get us some headlines then.
Let me just see what's left in my headline list.
I can't finish these. There's like 7 of these. How many? 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, we'll just space them out.
You're such a planner.
I am.
You never just...
Thank you.
You never just are chaotic. You never just have like a chaotic moment of just like,
Look,
you know what? Let's eat all of them right now.
I tried my best.
I dare you to
chaotic.
take a small portion of every single one and eat it at the same time.
No.
See, I told you. He's a disappointment. For the chaos. He refuses... He refuses to do things for our enjoyment. He says, how was Halloween for everyone?
Ours was fine. It was the first Halloween that I've ever... Or the first Halloween in about 6 years that I haven't done the door monster.
Yeah,
So
didn't do the
kinda
door
weird.
monster. And we didn't think we were actually going to see anyone for the rest of the year because we're quarantining pretty hard.
That's true, actually.
But we moved in with a bunch of people who also quarantine. And therefore, we are no longer lonely.
Yeah.
And then...
all holidays are good ones just because there's other people around, finally.
Kate's parents are also very strict on quarantine because they're worried they're going to die. Which makes sense. They should kind of be worried. If they get COVID, they would probably die. So, they came over. So we actually had like a whole ass party.
Yeah.
And we bought a fire pit. That was rad.
We need to try to catch Kate on the show at some point so people don't think we're just making her up.
No, I kind of like that people think we're making her up.
We have a vampire living in the house with us.
We really
For those
do.
who don't know.
She's gonna dye my hair today. Hence the kit.
Oh, yeah.
That's happening. While you edit, I'm gonna go make myself beautiful.
Okay. I need to get it one more shot, too.
Actually, it won't be beautiful, though, because you have to spend a week. You have to
that's
bleach
true.
your
It takes a
hair
while.
and then wait a week. And so for that whole week, I'm going to have, like, yellow hair.
And we'll be live
Yellow.
every morning, so you get to see every step of the process.
Lovely.
So one of the Today I Learned entries I have is that English speakers of Indian descent in South Africa, so if you can put that together in your head for a second, English speakers of Indian descent in South Africa say y'all with the same meaning and pronunciation as Southerners in the U.S. It's one of the few non-American instances of y'all in English and is attributed to coincidence. Just developed independently. Has nothing to do with the fact that we say it.
I'm like mildly surprised because I didn't know anyone else said y'all, but
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because it's the best way to say that.
Yeah, that's true. He's mentioned this before too, which is like unless somebody introduces a better contraction, it seems perfectly reasonable to use that one because there isn't another one.
Yeah. I like, I saw one that was like, you all, y'all, and then I think it was, I don't remember what it was, am not, or something like that, which, or is not.
Amped.
No, it went to ain't.
Oh,
and then
right,
you
yeah,
combine
okay.
y'all and ain't, and it goes yanked.
Yanked.
Which is definitely a Texas word.
Yes, that's true.
You ain't gonna do that.
I have heard my older relatives say this word.
You ain't going nowhere, kid.
Yeah, that is the sample sentence, I think, in the dictionary for yanked.
Yeah, no, easily. Y'all is just the most correct way to do it. I don't know why anybody else doesn't do it. What is
Use.
it? You guys.
Use guys.
Use guys.
That's the northeastern way.
It's not though. I lived in the Northeast. They say. What do they say?
That's the northeastern factory worker from 1920s way.
They definitely. I think they said you all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they must have. I don't know. These people live places. Let's ask them. What do you guys say?
All shall worship the buzz. That's what they say.
Is that Jordan still?
Yes.
Okay.
The best thing is that the buzz is like bees, which you hate, so...
Right. No, I absolutely despise bees. I like Grace's take on yeet.
What was that?
Yeet.
Yeet?
Yeet. No.
Yeet. Oh,
Yeet.
like a... What is that even... What is that a contraction of?
Y'all yeet.
Y'all yeet?
Yeah.
It reminds me of
Y'all yeet that.
It reminds me of all the Milady stuff from the Neckbeard.
Milady. People... I had someone say that to me.
Did you, like, unironically?
Yeah, they were being polite.
Oh, no.
I think it was somebody in our Discord.
No.
I think so.
No. What if they're here?
It's okay that you did that.
It's not. Don't ever do that. That's...
Well, now that it's died down a little bit, I don't mind it as much.
Look, even if it comes from, like, an innocent place, if something you do has become, like a meme, like a symbol of a certain type of person that you don't want to be associated with, you've just kind of lost. I'm sorry, it sucks. I understand. My name is Kyle. I can never drink a Monster Energy drink as long as I live, no matter how much I might want to try it at some point. There's just certain things you can't do. You know, if your name is Karen, don't get that haircut. Like there are things that they're ruined forever, and you just have to accept it.
Don't call people Karen. I think we should end that trend.
I agree. I think it had its run.
Have I done that? Have I done that right here yet?
I don't know if you've done it here on this show. The calling people Karens is diet sexism thing.
Don't call people Karen. Well, okay, so Karens exist, and they are the worst by the description of what Karen means. Here's why Karen is a sexist term and why we shouldn't be using it anymore. I'm trying to remember my whole spiel, but here we go.
Well, it just creates. It's one of those like this happens all the time, right? It's a perfectly legitimate complaint, except that the people who have very illegitimate complaints are going to go, ooh, there's a way to make my complaint sound reasonable to everyone else.
Right, like, so the last thing we need is another dog whistle name for women that men can now berate for doing something that they disagree with again. Like, I've been called a Karen, like, at least 3 times just for complaining, but I, as a human being, get to complain about things that make total sense. Oh, here's what I was complaining about. I ordered a pint of ice cream, and I ordered gummy bears to come with it, and it was $2 to get gummy bears mixed into like the little thing of ice cream, and I realized I didn't have any gummy bears. So when I was done eating my only ice cream, I just like poured it out because I didn't want to eat more ice cream because I shouldn't have ordered it in the first place.
Because all you want is actually gummy bears.
All I wanted was gummy bears. There were 5 gummy bears, and I was so mad because I paid $2 for 5 gummy bears and my ice cream, and I was like, this is annoying as fuck. So I didn't call up Baskin Robbins and was like, you guys are the worst, fire your employees. I just texted my friends, and I got called a Karen, and I'm like, oh.
By the person you were texting?
Yeah.
That's not even hurting them.
No, I know. But here's that. Anyway, that's just my one example of like.
Yeah.
We don't need to dismiss women's concerns any more than we already do. So if you
don't get us wrong, the people who inspired that name suck.
Real life, like people who are like that.
Yeah.
Are the worst. They're just awful. They're just my least favorite people in the entire world. But the problem is that once you have one bad name for women that everyone is jumping on top of because it's trendy, now we just, like, hate women. Yeah.
I just feel like the strong part of the meme ran its course, and now it's going to just start getting, like, annoying.
I got to read the comments now. I know people don't agree with me. So what do we have here?
Most of them have actually just been talking about the buzz.
Oh, okay.
Because I also mentioned the haircut, and they said, you mean the beehive haircut?
The patient agrees. Thank you. You know, because we didn't do it for men. And men complain all the time. Like, men didn't get Karen. I think they got Kevin, but I literally never hear that.
I think that's just ours. I think we made it. We decided Kevin.
Maybe that might be true.
Maybe because it's people we know.
There, Evan Kim says, can we just say jerk? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my small Karen rant. Phoenix Starsing says, hating women sounds like work. Can we do something else? Thank you.
Same.
I agree.
Then you got Kevin and or Chad. That's true.
Hating most things, and I would know, does in fact take a lot of work. It's really hard to maintain constant state
Honestly,
of hatred for things.
I can't be. You're better at staying angry than I am. I just can't for more than like 20 minutes. I just burned out after that.
Everyone has like different fuel in their life, right? Like some people are fueled by positive reinforcements, and some people are fueled by accomplishments. Like I've done a thing and now I can do more things, and some people are fueled by sheer willpower. Minus spite.
That's true.
Like I swear, everything important I've ever done in my life is because someone was like, you can't do that, or you're gonna do that poorly, or they've insulted my thoughts about something, and I'm like, now I'm gonna do it harder. Like literally, I got into a fight with somebody about politics, because what else am I gonna do? And they got mad at me. They didn't get mad at me. They mocked me for having like feelings. Like it boiled down to like, oh, she's emotional, and I'm like, yeah. So then, like, immediately I went and I signed up for college. It was like how to go to school for counseling.
That's true. You just do that. I think
and now I'm signed up.
Mine is similar but opposite. My thing is actually like I'm afraid of being left behind. So seeing other people succeeding inspires me more. Like hyping me up doesn't work, but seeing other people do really cool things has always been the thing that's gotten. Because if I see somebody else doing something, I'm like, wait, I can do that, and then I want to try and do the same thing.
Yeah.
So kind of the same thing, except instead of people telling me I can't, I just have to have they just have to be doing it with no regard for whether or not I can do it.
Yeah.
And then my crushing existential dread of being obsolete catches up, and then I have to.
Very different motivations here.
That's true.
I'm reading some of the comments. Ethan Wells says, it's possible that there's a majority male group in the meme economy, so they feel like complaining at women more.
It's possible.
Is it
that
possible?
That is definitely a possibility.
By possible, do you mean just true?
Sorry, that wasn't meant to like mock you or anything.
No.
Yes, 100% agree.
You're right.
You hit the nail on the head there.
Right.
That is what's going on.
Tactics Lion says, I can't tell if Chad is used as always bad or what. Either way, I'm not a fan of using personal names as a stand-in for bad characters.
Yeah, really, just don't do that.
That's another good point.
Yeah, just don't do that at all.
I've never used Chad as so
well, because only cringy people, like that's the thing, we don't have that association with Karen yet, but if anybody calls someone a Chad, you don't judge the person they're talking about, you judge them.
Right.
So we need to start doing the same thing with everybody who uses somebody else's name as an adjective.
Chad, I know the origin of Chad, it was birthed by the incel movement.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're talking about men who successfully date women.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not a problem like you want it to be. It's not an insult like you're trying to make it.
Yeah.
The problem is that all the people who were also failures at life and hate women were like, yeah, Chad. And then someone was like, is that bad? Is that there's too many of those people. So then people get confused. But no, Chad is, I don't know. I've also never ever met an actual Chad. I've never met a Chad.
Because they don't exist. It's a made-up homunculus by these people that just want someone to hate because they hate themselves, and they have to project that onto something else. And nothing exists that's strong enough to match their own hatred for their own lives. So they have to invent one.
GM Master 6400 said, would Allison be a Red Lantern or a Green Lantern? I don't know if I'm missing something there.
I assume it's from the Green Lantern comics. I don't actually know much or anything about DC comics, so I don't know.
If the green guy is the good one, then probably red.
Probably the red one.
Sorry, I just got to go through your comments a little bit. Elfer Light says, I don't get the concept of using a name to describe an archetype. Yeah, it's because it's a dumb idea.
Yeah, I don't know where that started. It's definitely a very internet thing. Oh, hey,
it must have been the incels, right? It must have.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind blaming the incels.
Can we just blame? I mean,
just blame the incels.
It's a high proportion on the internet and Reddit in general. Like it's just, you know.
Gary Bergman says Chad is also a country and a lake. That's true.
That's true.
Take the name back.
Ethan says Green Lantern is fueled by willpower. Red is fueled by anger.
Oh, then yeah, that's
easily
green
red. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like, I get so mad at people telling me I can't do things, and I just have to go do the thing. Like, literally every time. Someone just has to be like, you know what, I just don't think it's possible for you to do that. And then I go do it, and then I, like, crush it.
We've done this assessment a lot on, like, what bender would you be with us and our friends, like, which one do you fit best? Allison is 100% earthbender. Allison is pure, stubborn resilience. refusal to do anything anybody tells her to do.
I became my story, like becoming a Christian and joining the organization I was a part of. So I joined, and then people started calling me names. I mean, they're not like bad names, but they were names like Baby Christian, and like there was this sort of like implication that because I was new to the religion, my education and general like knowledge on religion was lacking, and so I studied a whole bunch. And not only did I study a whole bunch, I also became like a part of the organization and just like engulfed myself in it. And then like within the year or two that I was there, I was one of the first paid jobs that internship ever created. And worked next to the guy who also did all of the, like, who owned the entire organization. And I did that because people made fun of me for no other reason. I mean, I did like the organization, but literally just because someone was like, oh, you're just a baby Christian. And I'm like, watch me get paid. I will surpass you.
If we just had a more toxic relationship, you'd be doing a lot better in life.
How many times have I told you that? Yes. Yes. Just mock me. Kyle's always trying to support me into doing things, and I just sit around and I'm like, my husband loves me, so I have nothing to change.
I think our AC's turning on. That might be a mic problem. I guess we'll find out.
No,
maybe not, though.
Let the buzz take us over.
The buzz.
Phoenix Rising says, Allison just beat someone to death with a rock, and that's how she's an earthbender. Which reminds me of the conversation that we got into. I got into an argument with Ricky and John, because I told them that the weapon of choice I would carry, like IRL, because I do, if I'm worried, is a hammer.
Right, yeah.
Because it adds the level of crazy that you need, right? Like if someone's bothering you and you're a tiny woman like I am, you bark or whatever. So if you bark and have a hammer, they know what's up. They know who you are, at least. Versus like someone who doesn't carry it, like pepper spray. That's everywhere.
It's more the decision to carry a hammer than it is the hammer, right? Like that's the threat.
No, I think yes, yeah. I mean, right. That's just how I feel though. Like I just feel like if I saw someone with a hammer as a weapon, I'd be like, oh, no. But if they had like mace, I'd be like, that's just a normal human who's gonna try to mace me. Or if they had like even like a sword, I'm like, yeah, that's a weapon. But someone who has a hammer. You just put two into the way they're gonna hurt you is they're gonna hit you with a hammer over and over again. So just like don't.
It's not gonna be like a clean kill. They don't think they're good. They just think that they're relentless. Right? That's what that means.
This is my tactic for scaring people away from me. Like
let's break into another one of these Kit Kats.
I used to go biking by myself, and I was really worried. So I had a backpack with a hammer in it.
I want Easter banana.
Easter banana. Yeah, some of these have really weird names, including. Japanese?
This is Jeff. Are bananas an Easter thing in Japan?
So actually on the package, on the package it is called Easter egg paint.
It does say Easter egg paint.
That's the flavor of egg paint. Can we antagonize Allison into being president? Almost definitely. I used to want to be president.
The only way to do it.
Back when I thought that our system worked well.
There you go. Give it a shot.
Easter egg paint.
Banana Easter egg paint.
That's banana.
Yes, it is. That's pretty good. I would eat these. Like, I would eat like these regularly.
The identifiable candy banana flavor. I can't ever tell if this actually tastes like a banana. Does it taste like a banana?
No. It tastes like
It tastes like a banana split. It tastes like banana mixed with ice cream.
Yeah, it does. Banana and vanilla ice cream together. That's what it tastes like. That
is what like the candy banana taste is, I guess.
It is very good. I enjoy.
Neophyte Red Glare says add a fork to your repertoire. Is that what that word is? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yes, that's a good idea. But like a large fork, what are those?
You get big enough and it's a trident.
The grilling forks, the like two-pronged ones that are like this big. That's what I need.
I'm gonna have to turn that off. I'm cold now.
Yeah, it's freezing. Oh my gosh. Someone says just carry an actual mace.
That could work.
Tactics Line says I have to admit I'm really trying to find a way to antagonize Allison, but I can't do it. But they would vote for me over our current options as president.
Well, congratulations on passing that bar.
Thank you. My mom was in like state government when I was growing up, and so she worked under President Bush when he was governor. I think that's why she left. And I just remember being a child and her being like, "Man, I'm sick of these people being in government." And I'm like, I don't know what that is. But my parents were always of the mindset.
I'm 9.
My parents were always of the mindset of like, you can grow up and do anything you want. So anytime anyone's told me I couldn't, I was like, I know for a fact that I can and I will. But no one's ever actually told me I couldn't be president. Like, not a single person.
Oh,
that's why I didn't get into government.
That's why you never became president.
Yeah. I mean, literally no one ever thought that I couldn't. I think it's kind of it. Like, a lot of people were like, I wouldn't vote for you, which only means that they thought I could get there.
Right.
And that they wouldn't vote for me.
That's true.
So I was never really, like, bullied into not being in. Would you run for president?
I said, no, hell no. Never.
I have really good policies. I think
Never
you guys would like them.
in a million years. I am of the belief that literally anyone, so like favorite president in my lifetime obviously was Barack Obama for me.
Yeah.
I thought he was very competent and great. You don't have to agree with me, but I thought he was good.
Yeah.
And even him, I think is kind of probably a little bit unhinged, because if you think realistically for even a second, I should be president of the United States.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
I agree that
Anyone who believes they should be president is already not my top choice for president.
I agree that anyone who actually feels like they could be president has an ego that I just have not developed yet.
Yeah. I mean, how could you think that about yourself? Yeah, the people I know who are full of themselves in like a day-to-day way in the film industry or something, still don't think they should be president.
Yeah. No, yes.
So that's kind of why it's always tough. It's like you always have to. It's kind of like how Ian always talks about, like how you have to correct for the TV show, right? You have to correct for crazy when you're judging characters in a TV show.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing for me with like presidential candidates. It's like you have to I have to judge presidential candidates' character off the fact that they are a person who decided they should be president.
Our chat is getting like confusing with equal support from the same people who want me to be president that are also criticizing me because they're taking two different tactics. People who are like, Allison could totally be president, and then people like Neophyte who's like, she could never affect real change in the U.S. Or maybe that's actually an insult. I don't know, but it does get me going. I'm like, well, boy, will I argue with you now. But anyway.
Nyla says that's how the first presidents worked.
Elferlight says Barack Obama ruined my week-long break during my military service, and for that I will never forgive him. I like to just think he called you and was like, have a bad week. That's all I can imagine him actually
just personally ruined it.
I mean, I know that, so like...
I assume that means... I think you were... Was it here? Was it in Texas? I think you mentioned... I remember you mentioned...
It's the traffic.
Yeah.
He was here with the traffic.
He just shows up, the president drives through, and it just...
Yeah.
Destroys all...
I remember when that happened. Yeah, no. I was going to say something. I don't remember what it was. Oh, right. The biggest problem with being... We used to play this, like, this mental... hypothetical thought experiment where we would decide whether or not we would have been the type of president who dropped the atomic bomb. And like
that's a fun game for kids.
I wasn't a kid.
You weren't?
No,
I thought this was something you did in like middle school or something.
No, I did it at Catalyst. I was 20.
Well, the rest of them were kids.
It was a pretty good indication that I knew I could be president, but that I would never want to be. I can make that decision. I don't want to. And that's why, like, believe it or not, have a little bit of sympathy/empathy for presidents who have to make, like, war decisions about people dying. I mean, they all have to.
I mean, yeah.
But that's why I wouldn't ever really want to.
Because you can't go back for that. But also, again, they decided they wanted to be that person.
Yeah, I just wouldn't sleep at night. I know, like, I just wouldn't. It just wouldn't work. I would just die as president because they'd be like, "Hey, want to drop bombs over here?" And I'm like, "Do I have to?" And they're like, "Yep." And I'm like, "I gotta go." And then just like, whoop, off a cliff.
Matt Fenner says, "Kyle, why were you considering if you wanted to drop an atomic bomb in middle school?" I said nothing of the sort, and I think if you go back and check, you will find that I did not legally state in any way that I was considering doing such things in middle school. I was simply asking Allison when she was doing it.
That was shady as fuck. Okay, but did you ever sit in class like this and then think about ninjas climbing in through the windows and then like kidnapping you, and you were gonna have to like karate chop them all away while you saved the day?
I only phased out in class all the time.
Were you thinking about that?
That's all I did.
I thought about it in
That's
chapel.
Child's play.
I thought about it in chapel the most because we had all those windows along the side, and I'm like, the ninjas just kick through the top of the stained glass windows, and then they come here and they go like, and then they just like throw a little dart into someone's neck, and I have to karate chop all the ninjas out of the chapel.
I daydream so hard I'm now making movies about all that stuff.
I agree. You were the weird kid though.
Yes,
like someone's like Allison, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like Kyle, and you're like scribbling down all your thoughts.
Cool, I'm coming off great this episode.
You're a little weirdo.
I have another little tidbit here. Random tangent from Today I Learned. Spiral staircases were installed in fire stations in the 1800s to stop the horses that pulled the engines going up the stairs when they smelled food cooking.
What? Spiral staircases were installed in fire stations to stop the horses
from going up the stairs.
The horses went up the real stairs
Apparently,
to go get food?
Yeah, that's why fire stations have spiral staircases, is because originally the fire engines were pulled by horses, and the horses would smell the food upstairs and would go up the stairs to find the food.
Feed the horses. This is orange. This is Eokin orange. Iocane, sorry.
Iocane orange.
Sorry. Does it taste like orange?
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. But orange flavored candy is like usually the worst because it's got that.
See, I spent years building up an immunity to Iocane orange. I'm gonna get more water.
Yeah, I think you should. This tastes like not like cleaning agent, but like cleaning agent. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, it tastes like the way that Swiffer Sweeper floor cleaner smells.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it tastes like. Because it has like a orange. It tastes exactly like the way that smells. We have 75 people watching. I'm sorry, you guys. It's spelled Iokan orange.
Did Ricky say it first? Did Ricky beat me to my joke?
Is Iocane a thing?
No, it's made up.
Okay.
It's from Princess Bride.
What did Ricky say? Oh, he did say I said it first. But what was he talking about?
I think probably
okay.
my joke.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he did. He said it first.
Damn. Why would you guys singing the same joke? About a substance that isn't real? Is this a reference
There's
to
only
something?
so many. It's the Princess Bride. It's the poison. The Iocane powder with him and the Sicilian.
Okay, so
Sitting across the
Iocane
table.
is a thing.
Is it a real thing?
It's a thing in that it exists in the movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a made up. It's a thing. It's a poison made up for the movie.
Christ says, imagine cooking some nice food as a firefighter, and suddenly your horse is stealing it. You're just cooking, and then suddenly like go 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 go.
I'm just imagining what I want to. I kind of want to see what horse-drawn fire engines looked like.
I can imagine them.
How do they have? Where was the water?
Maybe they just
They have,
had
like,
the
this big
hose and had
tanks?
to. They probably just brought the hose and then had to connect them to the fire hydrants.
I get. How old is water hose technology?
How old is fire hydrant technology? How old is horse technology?
I think stuff used to just burn down. Like that just happened to like half of London that one time.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure there was a whole lot to do at that point.
Yeah,
Look at my horse is amazing. Somebody typed that in chat, sorry.
What is that? What is that?
It's a Weevil song.
Oh, okay, I see. We've just ruined this.
Yep, I don't know what these flavors are
we
anymore.
have left are uji matcha,
Okay.
strawberry,
Dark
chocolate, strawberry
Daifuku.
daifuku,
I don't know what that is.
milk chocolate, which is just a normal
That's
Kit
just
Kat,
normal Kit Kat.
and then ocean salt, which I think is probably
Salt sounds kind of good.
I think it's probably chocolate with salt.
Yeah, probably.
I think we go until 9:20 something probably.
Sure, whatever.
I think we started at like 8.
It actually says how long we've been going.
Oh, okay, great.
Which
So we're
is
about
nice.
halfway through.
The YouTube streaming setup is so much better than Twitch's. Like everything about like from our end, I don't know if it's better for you guys or if it's just the same. But from our end, everything about this setup is better. I can see how long I've been going. I can schedule them ahead of time, and you guys can show up and chat before we start streaming. Like it just works so much better. I don't know why more people don't use this instead.
Well, because YouTube blows, but honestly, like, so
does
YouTube,
Twitch. They all suck.
YouTube does blow, but Twitch also blows, and I know because we were on Twitch for 4 months. I see. That was someone from chat. Just kidding. But no, Twitch sucked because we were on there for 4 months and it did nothing for us. We exist to have things done for us.
I just realized I don't have background music playing this episode. I forgot to turn it back on.
No, that's why they could hear the buzz.
Well, no, it was on before.
No.
I turned it off when we were testing everything.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh wait, ocean salt is white. I thought it was gonna be chocolate with sea salt.
Yeah. I guess I need to get rechargeable batteries now for that thing if we're gonna have to use batteries.
What if this
morning.
just tastes like a white chocolate Kit Kat? Wait, Kit Kat dipped in the ocean. What if I just did that and then passed out? Like, what if I had one of my like weird stroke lines and then just like passed out? I guess that time it would probably be a stroke, huh?
Yeah, that's what you're describing. Wandering Shade said, this is my first episode. I didn't know there was supposed to be background music.
Nemeril says, LOL, literally just salt flavored Kit Kat. This is just white chocolate.
It is. It's white chocolate and salt.
I can't even taste salt.
You can't?
No.
It's definitely saltier with white chocolate than
What
normal.
happens if I dip this in my coffee?
It's a good combination.
Dipped. Oh no. No. Well, no. Wait, try it.
Aiden Minigan says, I accidentally joined the wrong live and didn't realize why it said 29th.
There's
I'm so sorry.
the salt. Taste the salt after I put it in my coffee.
Yeah.
Needed bitter. Anyway, do we have another headline?
I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. We did that one. We did that one.
We do have 2 different matcha Kit Kats. Do you want them? Because I don't.
No. I really don't.
No, Ricky was asking.
Oh. So we have. Okay. So this is the last one I have saved, and it's an old one. I read this to you at one point, actually.
Okay.
Costco's hot dog has remained $1.50 since it was first introduced in 1984. After the company president complained they were losing money on it, CEO Jim Sinegal put his foot down. If you raise the price of the effing hot dog, I will kill you, Sinegal said.
My kind of guy.
There's nothing really to say about that. I just love every part of that sentence.
Yeah, I can't,
Just the commitment.
Us though,
I
like
feel
literally
that.
anybody
Yeah.
wanted, like before the year 2019, someone called and was like, "Hey, can we have an ad sponsor?" And Kyle's like, "If you try to put ads on literally anything I make, I will fucking kill you."
True. I finally folded on that one thing.
I've been It's fine. I wanted Kyle to start making money on videos way earlier so that we could, I don't know, pay our friends. So
I still don't make the ads. I just let Ricky make the ads on the videos Ricky makes.
yeah.
That's actually all that changed.
This guy is probably Allison's last reincarnation. I would love to know what I was in a past life. And I want to do the past life test because I would
love to try to do past life regression with somebody. It's a shame because I don't actually believe that it's real.
But you don't have to.
There's a part of me that wants it to.
Wait, no. So for these kind of things, you don't have to necessarily believe something is real to enjoy what could happen because two things exist at that point. Well, 3. So 3 things exist at that point. One is that you do believe in reincarnation and reincarnation is real and you can channel a past life. The second one is you don't believe in reincarnation and reincarnation isn't real. And so now you just get to explore what your brain will make up when you're put in that situation for that kind of thing. Because then it's just a test of your brain and what kind of thing it can come up with.
Yeah.
What kind of thing it would come up with, because it might surprise you what it actually does come up with when you're attempting to do like a set test. And 3, you don't do it. That's the other option, is you don't do it and you don't know and it doesn't matter. Or it doesn't work, I guess could be option 3. So I want to do it because I would love to do it. I like both options, which is 1, that it's real and I want to know who I was in past life, and 2, if it's not real, I want to know what kind of nonsense my brain will come up with as a past life.
Ricky said, your past life doesn't matter, only current life, which is the rickiest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I don't think Ricky was around before.
No. Ricky has no past
exists
life.
as truly a new soul. Motivated like
Ricky
a new
is
soul.
here once.
Yeah.
He's here now for the first time, and he will be gone after this is done.
I was born tired. I've already done this like 5 times. Ricky was born, and he you just push through life. Life does not kill you. You kill life, and then you decide to quit.
Ricky is speedrunning reincarnation.
Truly, but as the philosophy of life.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This
I
is
had
only no data. The stream will end shortly unless you restart it in your streaming software.
Hello.
Hello?
Are we back?
Can you hear me, Major Tom?
There we go. Okay.
Right. Gannon, I think you need to apologize.
Gannon, what do you have to say for
sorry.
yourself?
Gannon, say you're sorry.
Apologize to these people.
They deserve it.
Do it.
Gannon. He looks guilty.
He looks very guilty.
Did you do a bad thing? Gannon, did
Sorry
you do
about
a
that,
bad thing?
everybody. It's been a fun streaming day. You know what? We've let's look on the bright side. We came back from 2 catastrophic failures today.
Let's be extra sweet because we know we did a bad thing. We have. This stream was meant to happen.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, reincarnation.
Alright, so look at, I think Fabled Ways has posted that twice. What does that comment say?
He says, what if all the Doormonster characters each person has had is in reality a reincarnate... What if all of the Doormonster characters each person has had in reality is a reincarnation brought forth and presented as a character idea into your mind? Hobo is real $7.
No, I think what makes the most sense is that they're all past lives of Kyle.
That's true. I made
Kyle
all the characters, so they're all only me.
I really want to know about when you were Russian twins.
At the same time.
At the same time. Well, yeah.
But yeah, I got into the idea. I didn't get into it. I didn't fully believe it. I just explored the concept of reincarnation for a little bit and read books and stuff on it because I was curious about that concept. And it is by far my favorite idea of how the afterlife works. If it was going to be real, I would hope that it was that way. That God is just one big universal consciousness that also is the universe, and then we're here to learn basically, and then we just recycle over and over and over until we're done, and then we move on or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that whole idea, which is closest to Buddhism, but there's the New Age version that doesn't have all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But I also I remember thinking it would. I wanted the practicality of being able to remember your past lives. Imagine being able to remember stuff from a different lifetime. If you could unlock all that, you'd be it's almost like Chidi at the end of The Good Place, where he just remembers all 9,000 lives that he's lived or whatever, and so
Yeah.
he just ascends. He just becomes a monk, basically.
Oh, wow, spoilers. But yeah, no, I don't need for a truth to exist, so I've never, like, put all my eggs in one basket except that time I was Christian.
Sure.
But it wasn't because I needed to be. Like, I didn't need to believe that that was true, and I still don't need it to be true.
Yeah.
So I'm just sort of like, I'm gonna try the strawberry defuku.
Defuku.
I like
Okay.
strawberry flavored things. I like the artificial strawberry flavor a lot. But yeah, no, we should go in separately and do.
I just wonder if hypnotism would work on me at all.
Hypnotism
actually.
will totally work.
I
on
know
you.
it'll work on you.
Wow. Why do you think that is? I'm supposed to be the resilient,
Because you
tough one.
but you want it to work.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
like that's usually what it comes down to for hypnotism does work. It's a mental trick, but you have to want it to work or it doesn't work. Which I think I make a joke about that in What We Do in the Shadows, actually.
Yeah.
Because like one of the vampires also says hypnosis doesn't work if they don't want it to work in Collins. Like, if it doesn't work unless they want it to work, it's not really hypnotism, is it?
I don't know if I agree with that. Things can work and you can resent them. Alex says, turns out dying hundreds of times in dozens of different ways to different predators repeatedly because nature is traumatizing too, I guess. Maybe that's why nobody remembers their past life, because if you're traumatized, a lot of people don't remember because your brain will get rid of those memories.
That's actually a big part of it. Most people think they are remembering past traumas. That's why they think you have like anxieties and things now, or kids will have weird memories about things that happened, in their past life.
Is defuku a plant?
It's a weird taste, isn't it? It's like a...
It was like
how do you
normal
describe it? It's
strawberry.
like a tart strawberry or something.
It was like strawberry, and then it was like leaf, like grass.
I wasn't really getting leaf. I was just getting like
got,
strong, like tart sour kind of flavor.
What is that? I don't like that. I did like it, and then I didn't like it. But that's how people. That's what the practice is for. Remembering your past lives is similar to like having to remember your trauma as a child because you repressed it.
Yeah.
So ha.
Well, and that was some of the books that I read, which I think were probably full of crap. But it was somebody was one of the doctors was talking about that's how he supposedly discovered the whole like past life. It was some psychologist that was doing like regression therapy and like went too far, and it was like, oh, you're in the past life now.
Fish flavored Kit Kat. Is it strawberry
Is that a real
fish?
thing? Wait, that's what that is?
DAIFUKU. What mean? What do? What did we eat, please?
Did you see Ricky's?
What did Ricky? No, I didn't. I
So
wish Ricky was like yellow or something.
Yeah, we should mod him. It
Yes.
says like literally, if the person says breathe deep, you say no, and boom, no hypno.
Accurate. Oh, that was so easy. That's all you have to do to make people mod?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, Ricky would never be hypnotized.
No,
That would be a sign of
Ricky is the
weakness.
person. Hypnotism would work least on Ricky. There's no chance in hell.
Mochi. Mochi?
But mochi
No.
is just
Rice.
rice and ice cream. That's not a specific. Mochi is flavored.
It's rice and
Like
ice
there
cream.
isn't a mochi flavor.
Alright, we're down to the last four. The most boring ones. I don't want any of these.
We can just try the regular strawberry. I kind of want the dark chocolate, actually. That sounds kind of good.
Okay, you can have the dark chocolate. I'll have the strawberry.
Okay.
Let's see if this one's better than the last. Do you have any more headlines for us to finish up the show?
No, that was it.
Oh.
Grace Huntsman says, actually, all the trying to retrieve your past memories may create new false memories instead. It's a pretty common psychology thing. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was talking about. Like, is
But you're talking about like you're kind of just curious to see what fake memories your brain comes up with.
right? That's what I was talking about in the example. Is either it's real and you're tuning into something that's actually happened, or it's not real and you're tuning into your brain to see what your brain does,
Right.
which is also interesting. It really just depends on the kind of skeptic that you are, I guess.
Yeah.
More than anything.
I would be curious just to try hypnosis though, because I don't know if it'd work on me.
I think I just hate. Whoa.
That very strawberry.
Try it. It's not just very strawberry. I think I just hate the Kit Kat format. I just hate everything. Why is it so sour?
It is weirdly sour.
Strawberry, sour strawberry.
It tastes like a not ripe strawberry.
hour.
All right, we have 10 minutes left.
All right.
What do I name this episode later? What the hell are we talking about?
Why are you making them do your work for you?
Because I don't want to do it myself.
What do we talk about? Allison for president.
Allison for president. Yeah, that's what I'm naming it.
Yeah. No one even suggested. No one even suggested Kyle, by the way, which is true. It's because they don't think you have it in you to murder people, but they know. They know.
Well, I didn't suggest me. I said I don't want to be president. I made
Fine.
it very clear that I don't want to be president.
Allison will never be president there. That way, every time I look at it, I get a little mad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good point.
Until eventually.
Allison will never be president.
I don't want to be president. I want to be something more important than president.
There's a Hamilton song about this.
Is it the one that goes Alexander Hamilton?
No.
Oh.
It's the one that says he's never going to be president now. Just play that in your head on loop.
I don't take that personally.
Well, you should.
I need to be something.
It's about you.
I need to be bigger than president. What's bigger?
Wow, okay.
God.
Wow, okay.
That's not what I
Jumping straight
meant.
there. Yep.
No, but that's
From
not what
president to God.
I don't want that though. I want to be something more like secret spooky. I want to be the
Satan.
Russian spy that infiltrated the American government with the red hair, and everyone was like, "She's too cute to be a spy." And then they were
So
like,
you want to
"Oh,
be
she's
Black
a spy."
Widow?
No. But I think you got it right though. I want to be a superhero.
Okay. Well, me too.
Yeah.
So we can do that together. All right, we figured it out.
Superheroes probably like IRL have to have like political opinions though, you know?
Yeah, I think The Boys is about that or something. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
We would watch The Boys if people didn't go like, "Hey, you should watch The Boys," and we're like, "Should we watch The Boys?" And they're like, "Well, maybe not you guys." But it's a really good show. They're always like, "People should watch The Boys," and we're like, "Are we those people?" And they're like, "Probably not you guys." And it's because we don't like excessive violence or like grotesquely like sex scenes. I was trying to. It's not because we have any issues
I have
with
no
either of
problem
those
with
things
those things. I
necessarily.
just want a decent story.
We just usually
along with
get
it.
tired of like stories hinging upon those things, you know, like it's always like, wow, this story is happening, and then it's just like 5 minutes of incredibly nude sex scenes, and it's like,
I mean,
why?
yeah, there's a difference on it. Like, I mean, obviously Game of Thrones is great. Like, because all of it
Game of
tells
Thrones
a
is great,
story.
and none of it is contingent on the nakedness. But they have so
I mean,
much
some people
of it.
would argue that it is, but
No, it stops like season 3.
It's true, actually.
Pretty
It
much
does-
just ends.
It does kind of stop happening at some point.
God, I'm so behind in chat. We move on too fast. Cue the guards themselves theme. Yeah.
Guards themselves versus the boys win. I'm kind of curious at like how close it is thematically, if it actually is at all.
Mike says the Umbrella Academy is very good.
I couldn't. We tried that actually, and I wasn't. I didn't get very far. I only watched like the first 2 episodes. I didn't really like it. I thought that the first episode at least introduced just way too much stuff. Like they piled in so
Right.
much crap in the first 2 episodes so that I couldn't care about any
There's
of it.
a lot of decent to good shows that we can't watch because we could make it so much better, and it's a little painful to sit there and be like, ugh, what a dumb editing mistake. Like, if they had just rearranged a few things here,
it
would
sounds
be like,
it sounds
"Mwah."
kind of like pretentious
It
to say
does.
like we could make it better, but it's tough watching something and enjoying it when all I'm doing is in my head re-editing things and going like, oh, but if they just like changed this a little bit, that would have been like easier to follow, or that would have been better. And it's just because I think about doing, I just think about that every single day as part of my job, so it's hard not to. But it's
Door Monster rewriting popular shows as a podcast, I would listen to it. The
Yep.
only reason we haven't is because someone else already has it. Does it?
Technically, well, so actually you're referencing Story Break, I assume.
The thing that you talk about all the time that I've never listened to.
They write stuff from scratch. They're not editing existing things, so we could do that. It's a little bit different. We'd have to watch a bunch of subpar shows so that we could re-edit them. But that could kind of be interesting because we do that sometimes. We've a lot of times we'll watch pilots and then we'll be like, that wasn't very good. How would we fix it?
Tactics Line says, it's one of my main problems with Castlevania, even though they were fairly well narratives. And I think he's talking about the nudity stuff. But yeah, that's our problem with anime. Like, as a
Yeah,
whole.
well, again,
Well, it's not even- it's
that's
not
the thing.
the
And
nudity,
the
it's-
nudity isn't the problem, and well, there isn't.
Well, okay,
I don't
so-
watch anime with
hang
nudity
on.
in it.
The nudity is never actually the problem in IRL shows either. Like with people. It's not the nudity, it's usually the degradation of a female character. And it's not that they're naked that's degrading them, it's the lack of poor writing that would hold them up as a character who didn't have to be nude. Now, I haven't seen The Boys, so I don't actually know anything about it, so I'm not making that claim for that. But 9 out of 10 times, if a woman has to be completely naked, or if anyone has to be completely naked, to get that character's point across, they either need to be like a prostitute to make that make sense, or it's for fan service, and it's like, well, this is just like, could you...
Well, yeah, I guess making it even more generalized is usually the problem I have is, like, I've mentioned this, I think, on other podcasts or mediums before, but usually the problem is if I can see the writer in the work...
We've talked about this before.
Then that usually takes me out of it. That's usually the issue. If it's like, again, Game of Thrones, it, like, people are, like, there's, like, sex scenes and it's violent, but, like, it's part of the world, right? Like, it feels like you're watching a world that you were detached from and omnisciently watching.
Right.
If it feels more like you, the maker of the movie, thought that stuff was cool and you included it for the benefit of both of us, then it's more like, okay, I'm not really, like, on the same page as you, and it feels weird that you think I am, so then that takes me out. That's what it is. It's more, it's the indulgentness of it, if it does exist.
Right. Except for Magic Mike.
But as long as that doesn't exist, then it's fine. I wouldn't consider... Oh, I haven't actually seen it, I guess. But from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like Magic Mike was done indulgently. It sounds like it was done for...
It's only indulgently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you know what?
But they built the plot around the indulgence.
Honestly, though, if it's only indulgent and they at least just sell it like that to begin with, then it's okay, because then I can just not watch it. Or you can watch it if you decide you want that.
Well, Magic Mike is controversial because people signed up to watch an indulgent stripper movie with men.
Right, they actually did the flip the other way, right?
They signed up, and then you went in and you're like, wait a minute. This movie has, like, a solid plot with, like, relatively okay acting and high stakes. I did not sign up for this. Like, I went into Magic Mike because novelty. That was kind of the thing at the time, was it was like, wow, a movie for women to degrade men for? Let's go, I guess. And then I left, and I was like, "What?"
Surprise! Good storytelling.
Like mildly, yeah. Like I went in for male strippers, and I left wondering about drug cartels. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah, so they flipped the switch, which they didn't have to.
All right, let's get a push the button in here if Puffle Master's still around.
Rustage recommended what I think is pronounced haiku, which is the volleyball anime that I'm
Oh yeah,
interested.
yeah, I've seen that show up on Netflix before.
I think it's men playing volleyball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really a thing that you see very often in America.
So like Jason Rose says, thoughts on Westworld style nudity. To me, that didn't bother me because again, it felt like a story thing. Yeah, so much. But see, that's just it. She didn't remember, so yes, it's good because it's part of the world.
Is there nudity in Westworld?
Yeah, when they're like editing the robots in the back, like the back rooms and stuff, they're not usually like enclosed. Like they're building people from scratch. So
yeah, no, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's true. I didn't even remember that. That's because they're.
But there's so much.
Is there?
But you just don't know because again, the camera doesn't linger on it. It's not there.
It's not about it. They don't start at your ankles
right.
and like wrap around your body. Okay. Wow, that's a good point.
And when it is there for somebody's gratification, it's one of the characters in the show, and it's gross, and they make sure you know it's gross, that's what's happening.
Is there more I cannot remember a single sex scene in Westworld.
I think there's probably more nudity in Westworld than there is in the entirety of Game of Thrones.
No, there is not.
I think there is.
Because of the science scene, like the building of people scenes?
Yeah.
Okay, but that really feels very different to
me.
Right,
that's the point, yeah.
Okay, alright, maybe that's true. Alright.
I don't feel like that's the same thing at all.
Rustage is on about the wholesome anime, and we're just like, all that nudity in Westworld. Anyway, we said we need to push the button.
We did. We got one from Robert.
Yeah, I don't think Puffle Master's
here
today.
Master might not be here, so what did Robert post?
Our peeps today.
He says, every movie you watch will be well written, but every movie you watch will have a video joker you can't turn off. Does that mean like a Mystery Science Theater kind of thing? Like a commentary on it the whole time?
Oh.
Like running commentary?
What is okay, say it again.
Every movie you watch will be well written, but will also have a video joker you can't turn off.
No, that would make it worse.
Watching movies with Ian.
I was literally gonna say that.
I'm kidding.
No.
Kind of.
But also no. But yes.
That's actually why I watch movies with Ian.
Right, Ian actually has very good commentary.
Especially watching movies you've already seen with Ian, but he hasn't seen them yet, is one of the most fun things to do. I showed him Lost.
Yeah.
And that was like... I'd already seen Lost like 3 times, and it was a brand new experience watching it with Ian just because he would yell things at the screen.
I remember being in the Paranormal Activity like theater when it was first happening. My friend and I were like huddled up like this, and just one guy behind us is like, "Oh no, baby, no, don't do that." And it just like completely broke my immersion. This one guy's just like, "No," but he was so loud about it that, well, he wasn't that loud. Only we could hear him, and it made it just 1,000 times better. Some commentary is worth it.
Oh, Phoenix says, or Drayon said Phoenix made a push the button at Puffle's request.
Okay, where is his?
Is that the one we read, or did we read? No, that was somebody else's.
No, you read somebody else's.
I don't know, can see it. Can you repost it again?
Yeah.
Ricky said he was watching horror movies with Ian and Rachel, and they got too spooked for Insidious.
Insidious is spooky.
Alright, push the button. You could choose to be whoever you want for your next life. However, when and where you show up is totally random.
That's just life, right? You can
That's
choose.
just better. It's just better life.
You can choose to be whoever you want.
I mean, in the version of this that already exists, it's all random. So the only thing that changes here is that I get to pick something about it. So yeah.
And when and where? Well, the good news is you can't show up in the past.
I disagree. I think you can. I think if we're dealing with reincarnation rules, time isn't a thing in the afterlife. You could be reinserted into the world at any point in time. You could be alive now. So
your past life could be a future person?
Yeah.
I never thought about
most of the theology that goes along with this, if that's even a correct term for this weird hypothetical stuff, is usually touches on that, where it's like...
Really?
Yeah. Because people remember future lives too, but the explanation is like you reincarnate like all throughout, because the time isn't a real thing except when you're alive, so you can just be jumping all over the place.
I never thought about that.
Blowing your mind right now.
I never once thought that a past life could be a future self of yourself. Anyway, I would totally push that button.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and close it out. Looks like we've hit an hour. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock Central Daylight Savings Time, same time that we started today. And so I guess I will not plug in the recorder anymore, since that apparently was just destroying everything now, even though it wasn't before. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.